to sacrifice the peace and comfort of my home and my family, and my successful career as a broadcast journalist, and finally enter the field of public service.
In all the surveys for presidentiables for 2010, Senator Loren Legarda consistently makes it to the top 3. But in the real world of politics, survey figures do not automatically translate into actual votes. And Legarda, more than anyone else, understands what that means and the complexities of elections, having run for vice president and almost making it in 2004. 2010 promises to be a colorful political season because if the Constitution is followed, the incumbent president will not be able to contest the presidency. One of those mentioned as a leading contender for the presidency in 2010 is with us tonight, Senator Loren Legarda. Join us as we go behind the scenes of the political battlefields. I'm your host, Pia Ontiveros. This is Strictly Politics. Politics, Senator Legarda, thank you for being here.
Good evening, Pia. Let's not be too formal. Loren. And thank you for being
Senator
accurate.
Loren.
Yeah. Thank you for being accurate when you said a leading contender who may run. Because let's make it very clear, I'm not yet declared as a presidentiable. If there is such a word, no?
Yeah.
Maybe they should change it to
There's no word
hopeful.
presidential hopeful.
Presidentiable only in the Philippines.
Yeah, only the Philippines. But anyway, yeah, okay, you haven't declared yet, but I mean, it's something at the top of your mind, right? It's something you think about.
Of course.
Siyempre, you have to think about this.
Of course.
No?
It's something I think about. It's something I contemplate about. It's something I plan. And since my name has been mentioned many times over, I've been included in many, many surveys. But let it make it very clear. I'm also a very pragmatic person. But I will listen to the people. People have always asked me, are you running? Tatakbo ka ba? At sabi ko, taong bayan ang siyang magbibigay ng desisyon sa akin. Pag hilingin nila akong tumakbo, sino ako para tumanggi? So at the end, it's the Filipino people who will decide for me. Yeah. And that will be in the next few months. And also, I belong to a political party. That's a Nationalist People's Coalition. And a process will be followed for the selection of the party. So I don't want to jump the gun on my political party and perhaps the Filipino people who will decide for me eventually.
Yeah, 2 follow-up questions there. First, when you say that the Filipino people will decide for me, like you know, what is going to constitute the Filipino people deciding for you? Will there be some surveys? So what are the surveys now? You're a consistent.
That is the reason why I am strongly considering it. I want to feel the pulse of the people, and when I say the people, it's rural, urban, young, old, Visayas, Luzon, Mindanao, everyone concerned. So it's not just a surveys, which is a reflection of the people's will, but also consultation with leaders, with various communities. Should I really run? What is it about me that they want me to do for them? So it's a process of consultation. It's not just an overnight whim, and I make my decision tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. Well, like we were saying, as in the introduction, we were saying, you're in consistent top 3. If you drop to like number 5, number 6, 7, 8, would you still run? I mean, given that surveys are still an indication, no? Would you still run?
When you say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it depends on the numbers. A 1% difference from 1 to 9 or a 1% difference from 1 to 5 because 3% is the margin of error. Liliwanagin ko, kung hihilingin ng taong bayan, sino ako para tumanggi na hindi maglingkod. In short, in the positive and the affirmative, pag hihilingin ng taong bayan na ako'y tumakbo, tatakbo ako
Okay.
at magdedeklara sa takdang panahon pagkatapos ng proseso ng aking partido.
Okay. The number two follow-up there is when you talked about the Nationalist People's Coalition, there are at least two of you who are in the top 5 or top 6
Yes.
ranks of the surveys. There's also Chis Escudero.
Yes.
And then, well, someone who's also been mentioned, at least from within the administration ranks, is Gilbert Eudoro, Defense Secretary, also with the NPC,
Yes.
although not very active. Like he was here, no, just a few weeks ago. So there will, like you said, there will be a process within the party. No, what's it going to be like? You know, how will the party decide?
It's the party leaders who will decide on the process. I think surveys is one of them. Second is acceptability and a unifying factor. But it's really the party leaders who will decide. And we will all respect the process. I'm sure they know better. They know what to do.
Yeah, you said also in a few months' time. So it's
Well,
November
it's
now. A
almost
few months is like.
December, and there's really not much surveys conducted in December.
But you know, if you do run by 2010, that's May 2010, you do have to say whether you are interested in the position if you are running by, say, like
By next
first
year?
quarter, first trimester of
Definitely.
next year, no?
Definitely.
Para malinaw.
Yes, definitely 12 months before the elections of 2010, the candidate has to be a declared candidate or at least planning or having the organization.
Okay. We'll talk about 2010 in a little while in more detail, no? But I just wanted to ask you about what happened yesterday at the Senate.
Tenure of the Senate President, as everyone knows, depends on the number of members that supports him or her. I have been informed just this afternoon that I no longer have the support of the majority of my colleagues. I now therefore formally tender my resignation. I congratulate the new Senate President, the Honorable Senator Johnny Posedrile. Mr. New Senate President, you have my support. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Maraming salamat din sa lahat ng manggagawa at personnel na sekretariat, sa lahat ng staff ng bawat individual na senador, sa mga kawani ng media, at sa lahat ng mga taong naging bahagi ng aking pamumuno bilang Pangulo ng Senado. Mananatili akong tapat sa ngalan ng serbisyo publiko, sa bayan, at sa lahat ng Pilipino bilang bahagi ng mabunying Senado ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Magandang hapon at maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
You know, all these reports that you and Ping, Lacson, Jambi, Madrigal, and Mar Rojas were at the forefront of this change in leadership of the Senate. What
Well, it
really
doesn't
happened?
take 4 persons, Pia, to change the leadership. It takes 13 signatures. So the
Pero sino
13,
yung pinaka-moving force behind
there
this?
was not one single person who was the